So I did a business audit with someone during the week. You got face-to-face, online, and massage.
Yep.
Doing really well face-to-face and massage. Doing okay with online, but not charging enough.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, all right, well, the first thing we need to do is, like, he's got a family, got a little one. It's like, we need time.
Yeah.
You have none. So I thought, when we look at the people that come through Standout, we're obviously selling Breakout at the moment, which is like at $1,000, which is, depending on how much you charge, what's the average rate you reckon now? $50-$60? Maybe, probably more, because most people have to do 45s, hey.
I reckon like,
It's about $80.
we go like off an hourly rate.
Mm.
I don't know, like 100,
Surely it's 100.
120.
Yeah.
I reckon
So,
it'd be 120.
Essentially, you're adding...
So it's $80 for 45 minutes, right?
You're
So,
adding 8 to 10 hours, let's say.
Yeah.
So you make an extra $1,000,
Yeah.
but you're adding 8 to 10 hours a week face-to-face with people.
Yeah.
There's a little bit extra in terms of time and like programming and like back-end work. Not a lot. Shouldn't be a lot if you follow what I'm about to tell you.
Yeah.
But that's the consideration. And I think a lot of people, and you've seen it with your coaching, we've seen it in Stand Out a lot, people that have systems that work for 10 clients,
Oh, man.
and when they get to 20, they shit the bed.
Yeah.
And I had an inquiry come through yesterday. It was just like, oh, I keep getting to like 35 and then I peel
drop
back to
it off. Yeah.
And I get to 35 and I peel back to 35. It's like, even in his words, was just like the service drops. Like, I know the quality is not as good because it's just too busy.
Yeah.
You don't have the time
You just
to
can't
dedicate.
sustain. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Or something drops once you get to that amount. And that's also a sign that what you're doing isn't going to... That can't take you to the next level.
Correct.
You can't break through that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens a lot, man.
Yeah. So I thought it'd be cool to go through kind of like this from the sign-up process all the way through.
Yeah.
And just identify what efficiencies you can have when you're still trying to build your business.
Yeah, bro.
So assuming
Absolutely.
you still got leads coming in and you want to make that whole process more efficient. I know you had someone that was like, I don't want to put on 3 people because it's like fucking 6 hours of
Mate,
work.
Bro, like, I was just like, why do we always get to this point? Or why do you always get to this point? Because I hadn't worked with her up until she got to these numbers. And I'm like, why can't you break through this? Tell me what you're doing. And I was like manually working out nutrition through MyFitnessPal, then putting it over to Canva and writing every program from scratch and all this stuff. And I'm like, no wonder you don't want to put on clients because it takes 3 hours to onboard each person.
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, that's exactly right. And I'm like, well, we've streamlined it now.
Yeah.
And she's like, I can't believe like how easy this is now.
Yeah.
And the desire to show up is there.
Yeah.
And she's crushing it now.
So something that I want to do before we start, because this will help. A metric that I've been running with a lot of people lately is understanding the reality of how many sales you need to make per month to maintain your business.
Yeah.
So one of our coaches lost 4 sessions in 2 weeks, I think. So it was like 1 and then a 3 in one hit. And it was like fucking panic stations. Like, fuck, everyone's leaving. Sales have been a little bit harder to come by, blah, blah. And I went back through and I'm like, dude, you've been doing this 9 months. And you've had, I think it was like, in total, 7, 8. So last quarter was 7. The quarter before that was 2. So it's 9 with 4 now.
Yeah.
So like you lost 13 clients in 9 months.
13 sessions or 13 clients?
Sessions.
Yeah.
Like, bro, that's fucking insane.
It's like 6 clients.
Like,
It's nothing.
killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yes, it came in a wave, and yes, we need to look at why.
Of course.
But
Doing really good.
it's insane. And I think what we see is people get to that capacity, and they take the foot off the gas because they made it. I've got the amount of clients now. So let's say we want to do 10K months, which is $2,500 a week.
Yeah.
So $2,500, and we're doing 45-minute sessions at $80.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Divided by 80 is 30 sessions a week, 31 sessions.
Yep.
So then we've got divided by 1.5. That's how many clients you'll need.
Correct.
So it's 20 clients doing 1.5 sessions on average.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go, so if I have 20, I need to maintain 20 clients per week. And my average week's retention is 26?
Put 18.
18?
Yeah.
Savage.
I think that's really... Well, I think that's more realistic.
Yeah, cool.
12-week term, 6 weeks
for a new
beyond
trainer.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it, yeah.
I need to maintain 20 clients per week. My average week's retention is 18 weeks.
Yeah.
How many sales do I need per month?
2.
That'd be 1 and point something.
Yeah, well,
1.2.
I was rounding up because, you know.
Off 2 for a month, yes.
Yeah.
So per month is 4.8. So it's 1.2 per week.
Yeah.
Because we've got
Is
20
that
clients.
1.2 sessions or 1.2 clients?
Clients.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I thought it was less than that.
18 weeks retention. Honestly, I think it's pretty low. Like, I
Yeah.
would have said 26 as most people, and then, like, we were doing 52.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go. What if it was 26 weeks? I love that I could just typo, and it doesn't care.
So it'll be.
So it's 3 to 4.
I was going to say it'll still be 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, to run a 10K a month business,
Yeah.
you need to make a sale a week.
Yes.
And worst case scenario, your retention rate's better than that, and you just put people online. Oh no, it's terrible.
Yeah.
Because if you're at 10K months, you should be at hybrid level now anyway.
Yeah, you should know if you're doing 10K a month, you should know what your LTV is anyway.
Correct.
So you should have a really good idea what retention is.
Exactly
So you're
what
like,
it is. Yeah, most people don't.
if it's 18, yeah, if it's like 18 months,
yeah,
like you have to make, I don't know, sale a month. or
1 a
something.
month, yeah. Most people don't know though.
I know.
And that's the challenge. So in this situation, we get into a point where it's like, well, I'm doing the 30 sessions. I'm making my $2,500. I'm dominating, but you still have to make sales.
Yeah.
And while you've got that many clients and you're busy and whatever, if you're not efficient with it, you stop posting on socials, you stop doing outreach, you stop doing all the shit that brings people coming in. And it's just a bit of a reality check that, like, hey, every week you need to make a sale.
And you just pick up the ball when you need it, which is too late.
Correct. Yeah, and that's why you end up panicked.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, now we need to go through how do we make things efficient enough that you can continue your marketing and sales and your service part of the business and not be in one or the other.
Do you think on top of that, it's the understanding that an actual business has all plates spinning at all times?
100%.
Because I don't think it's just time. I think it's like knowing that you always have to market.
Yeah.
Knowing you always have to sell. Knowing you always have to serve your clients. Knowing you always have to think about retention. Like that people will just push until they get set outcome and then peel back and then wonder why they're in the same place again. It's like, it's because the wheels aren't always in motion, bro.
Yeah.
Like, time increases the likelihood of putting the wheels in motion, and systems are absolutely part of that. But I know, like, even just some of the people we've worked with in Standout and some of the one-to-one mentoring we do, when they get that breakthrough moment, it is the realization of, like, becoming an actual business owner.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, hang on a minute, this is how it is.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, man, every week there's strategic marketing. Every week you're showing people what you can do for them. You're trying to get them to opt in on your offer. You're also serving your clients. You're also doing your back-end system work. You're also doing resources. You're also doing all of the things that your clients want that come up on the fly. And it's like, that's your life.
Yeah. That does so many things.
Yeah.
It also removes, maybe it doesn't remove, but it should start to remove the idea that people will stay forever and no one ever leaves. Because people get in that trap too. And they take it so personally when someone leaves. It's like, this is normal.
Yeah, just go find a new one.
Like, their normal metrics, like 26 weeks is normal. So if you want to do 30 sessions, people are going to leave every 26 weeks.
Absolutely.
And you've only got 20 of them, which means someone leaves 3 out of 4 weeks.
Yeah, because when you look at the timeline and the overlap.
Yeah. Every month, 3 people are going to leave.
Yeah.
Every month. That doesn't mean you're shit.
It's just how it is.
Correct. So, what do we mean by working less but having more clients? Less time input per client allows you to have more clients.
Yep.
So if you can have a good system for onboarding, like we're not taking 3 hours, you could spend, if your onboarding takes half an hour, it's 2.5 hours extra you have per week to serve clients.
Yeah.
Right? So you can drive to a higher ceiling.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to optimize. All right. So starting with lead gen, we need to look at what happens when you get an inquiry and how do you get an inquiry. So you have inbound, someone DMs you, someone opt-ins for the club gives you a lead, you've got someone coming to you to want to work with you. How do you get that person into buying from you in the shortest possible time, the most repeatable, predictable, and outcome-based way possible? Because you don't want to compromise getting the close, right? So that lead comes into you, we know speed to response matters.
Yeah, absolutely. Response time's key everywhere.
Yeah. So getting back to them in the shortest possible time, we noticed a 5x return at U-Strong when we moved from when we can to within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
5x.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
Took our cost per sale from like $225 to like $80.
It's ridiculous.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. And if you think about that, it's like, oh, you're not paying for marketing. It's like, yeah, but you're paying in time.
Yeah.
Because every lead that you don't close is another one you have to find.
Yeah. Do you think, like, does the touch point thing hold true here too, though? Like, what if they don't answer that first time? Like, how many coaches give up after that?
100%.
Like, should they double dial? Should they try and contact this person like 5 times over like 5 days? Like,
so step 1, those inbound leads, you need to do everything you can to get them in front of you.
Yeah.
So that is the double dial 2 times a day for at least 3 days with a follow-up text.
Yeah.
100%. Done. Once you get the feedback, I prefer, where possible, especially if it's a phone call, but even if you've got someone come to you in the DMs or an email, is getting the time from them and then booking them into my booking system.
Yeah. Because
it just negates the chance that there's loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you have too many leads, send them your link.
Yeah, yeah.
Fine.
You don't want to give them the choice.
What percentage of people have ever come to us and be like, oh, I've just got this problem where, like, I have too many leads?
Yeah.
Fucking none. So, there's so many business coaches that have made it to a level that they do have too many leads.
Yeah, so
they teach people a method that actually puts friction in place, and it's not going to work.
Agreed.
So do everything you can, treat every lead like gold, and do everything you can for every lead, because time to get a new lead is going to be greater than the input of those 5 messages.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we do that. We take their details, we put them in the booking system. The booking system should make the consult more efficient.
Yep.
And it should build value, and it should increase the likelihood that you're going to close. A lot of this efficiency is making sure that you turn that lead into a client. If you can get 10 leads and 9 clients, is a way more efficient process than 20 leads and 3 clients.
Yeah.
You're fucking wasting so much time.
Absolutely. Burning so many leads too.
So you need a piece of hero content, who you work with, what problems you solve, evidence of you solving it, what to expect after working with you. Get that to them. Give me a PDF, give me a YouTube video. For us, it's usually a podcast. Something that's like, this is what you're walking into and what to expect.
Correct.
Your pre-exercise questionnaire / information gathering, needs analysis, goals, obstacles, essentially your consult is sent before they get to you.
Yeah.
You're not sitting down with someone in a consult to do the ESSA form.
Yeah, agreed. I think I've kind of come back and forth with like trying to get a piece of hero content that's really easy for like a newer coach. I think some form of scorecard.
Yep.
And with the prospect understanding you're going to unpack the holes in the consult.
Yeah.
I think that's a really low friction way. So that people don't sit there and they're like, oh, I don't have a podcast. And, it's like, oh, I'm not good with Canva. It's like, could you create a quiz that shows holes in someone's current approach that you're going to fill the gaps with in the consult? That's going to increase the likelihood of them going. I think that's the easiest.
The lowest friction.
Yeah, just application straight off the bat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So write down all the outcomes that you get when you coach people,
Yeah.
and then create a quiz to see if they're getting them now.
Yeah. It has a score, and then they're like, "Cool, we're gonna show you how to get 100% of this."
Yeah.
On the call.
There's the outcomes
in the consult. Yeah.
So we got that. Also becomes your consult then too, which is a nice easy overlap.
Yeah, it's an absolute layout, which is kind of what we do. I mean, we still send them the podcast, but we get them to do the scorecard as well.
Yeah, we have both.
Yeah.
So that saves heaps of time.
Yeah.
You must have a booking system.
Absolutely.
You can have Calendly's free for one option.
You get one
you
link.
get reminders. You can customize what's in those reminders. So you can put the links in there. You can change the way the wording is.
Even the paid version's cheap. It's like $2-3 a week.
So again, you're increasing the likelihood of someone showing up by building all of these things in. So you're saving time.
Correct.
When you sit down in the consult starts at rapport and value, not, can you please fill this ESSA form out?
Yeah.
Like, I remember teaching sales and be like, like when they come in and they do the ESSA form, I always had this joke, like, hey, just fill this out, make sure you're not going to die. It's like, now we don't need to do that.
No.
There's technology that's fucking done before they get there.
Yeah.
And imagine getting in and someone's like, yeah, I've got a heart condition. Like, cool.
What can we do now?
Yeah. Off to the GP you go.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's just chat.
Cool. So then we have marketing that's going to bring in outbound leads.
Yep.
Or outreach that's going to bring in leads. So it's phone calls, it's content creation. What are you doing to attract people to you, and how do you make that more efficient? The biggest thing I think people miss with their content creation is they're doing it reactively every day.
Yeah, it's need a plan.
Yeah. I think minimum 4 weeks batching is like minimum standard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And no one does it.
Posting schedule, and then planning the 4 weeks ahead, and knowing what days are what type of content's gonna go on each day. You get clarity on that, everything becomes easier.
Yeah.
Likelihood, and then the more exposures you have, like the more authority, everything just flows on from there, right?
Yeah.
More value,
and it just, even the fucking emotional energy, when you're talking about like people feel busy, feeling like you have to fucking come up with a post every day is so hard.
Yeah.
So I know one of my clients recently, I was like, so she was like doing all of her content per week on a Friday. It was taking like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like, okay, how long does it take you to get going? It's like, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So cool. So you get in the creative zone after 30 to 40 minutes, and you do that 4 times a week. Yeah. Could you sustain that? Well, you are for 3 hours. You're just being inefficient with your content creation.
Yeah.
If everything was written out and all you had to do was go in and film it, could you write it out, go film it, and do 4 weeks in the same 3 hours that you're spending now? Yeah. Cool. So instead of wasting the hour and a half
just batch
per month of warm-up time, you can just go do it.
Yeah.
So that's huge. Batching content is everything.
Agreed.
All right. Bookings and automations we have covered. So Calendly is a good one. Square's okay.
Yeah. Google, whatever it is that people use on it.
Yeah. I wouldn't use Google Calendar because you won't get their automations and all that. I think
someone
kind of
said that they can.
They might have an appointment setter one.
Yeah, or you've got to have their email address or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because then it would you'd add them into the appointment, so it would send it to their calendar.
Yeah,
but it's still not foolproof.
Yeah, it's the being able to send the resources.
Whatever booking system you have, that the other person can see that when their booking is.
Correct.
That's what you want.
Yeah, and they're getting those reminders.
Yeah, absolutely.